Hey. 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 It's a good day now. You know what you're doing. Hey. Good morning. Hey. Hey. Good morning. It's a good day. You know what you're doing. Hey. So let's get to it. Hey. Hey. It's a good day. Hey. It's a good day now. Hey. You learn how to pray. Hey. It gotta be a good day. Hey. Good morning. Hey. And thank you for joining. Ooh. Hey. It's gotta be a good day. I can't see it no other way. It's gotta be a good day. I can't picture it another way. Good morning. Hey. Hey. I know it's a good day. Hey. Good morning. Hey. It's a good day. Hey. Good morning. Hey. And thank you for joining. Hey. Good morning. Hey. It's the wake up. Hey. You know it's time to get up. Hey. Hey. Good morning. Or whatever you say. Hey. You better have a good day. Better make this a good day. You better claim this a good day. Hey, you better fight for a good day. Hey, it's your choice to have a good day. Good morning. Hey, good morning. It's a good day. Hey, claim it's a good day. Hey, it's a good day. We vibing. We chillin', we thriving. Keep moving, we winning, we shining. Hey, it's a good day. You better claim a good day. Hey, good morning. It's a good day. Hey, hey. We vibing, we stretching, we glowing. Keep going, you got it, you winning. Your purpose is bigger, you know it. You got it, keep growing, you got it. Good morning, we winning, we growing. Keep going, keep holding, we winning. Hey, it's the wake up. Good morning, hey, you gotta get up. Hey, get up. It's morning, we breathing, we shining. Hey, it's a good day. You breathing, you vibing, you stretching, we vibing. Good morning. Hey, it's a good day. Hey, better than yesterday. Hey, it's a good day. Good morning, great rising, you shining. It's a good day. And it's the wake up. Good morning, time to get up. We winning, we stretching, we shining. Hey, we vibing. Good morning. It's time to get up. Try. Wake up. Hey. You gotta get up. We praying, we waiting, we learning. Keep growing. Hey, this is your wake up. This is your wake up. Hey. Good morning. Hope you guys are doing well and good energy, good spirits, and attracting the life you desire because it's your birthright. We're coming through with another live message for you guys. Okay? Making sure you guys take the message how it resonates in your life. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And don't forget, if you love the video, to run the video up. Leave us a heart. Subscribe so that you don't miss our videos when we go live. He has a feather in his head. That's a feather. We find a lot of feathers when we're walking, you know, and so we collect them. So that's what you see in his head this morning, a feather. Good morning, everyone. How you guys doing? Where you guys at? Where you guys from? What's up?
Morning,
you just gonna stir me because I'm a stir back.
Morning, morning, collective. Say something.
I'm gonna stare back at y'all though.
And you know it's a feather sticking in my head. Stop playing.
People be just foolish in the
Got
morning.
time to entertain it. How y'all feeling this morning? Good morning, Grand Rising. Appreciate you here. We kind of pushing through a little under the weatherness.
Yes.
So bear with us. I do got some 3 a.m. downloads, y'all. Woke up this morning. It's pretty early. It was about 2:30 something a.m. My wife, she rolled over and she was like, you might as well write something. So I end up praying for a bit, and then I end up writing some 3 a.m. downloads, the good stuff, right? So we're going to get straight to it. I pray everyone is in good spirits this morning.
Thank you.
Wish you life, love, healing, sending abundant energy. Most of all, gratitude. Remind somebody, be gratitude, be great, show gratitude, be grateful for what you got. All right, so we're going to jump straight into these downloads. If you hear, they definitely for you. First one, trying to convince people is a form of self-imposed energy harvesting. And you know why? When you go to trying to convince people of stuff, you really you drawing energy from even sometimes a sacred part of yourself. You know, when you're trying to express something to somebody and you want to convince them, you harvest the energy from yourself and you're doing it to yourself, because all of the convincing that you may be putting effort into doing is not going to change the outcome, the result, and it might not even change the person's mind who you're trying to convince. So for people who convince, because we all fall in that energy, me, myself too, so I'm speaking to myself as well. The 3 a.m. downloads, they be for everybody, me, big on the me, right? But trying to convince people is a form of self-imposed energy harvesting, right? It's a waste of your time and your efforts, and it only bears down on you, right? So let's move away from trying to convince people. Just let it be what it is. What it is going to be the truth in the end, right? Number 2, when we stand in front of a mirror, we see ourselves as a reflection. In the same energy, we reflect to the world what's in us. And it's important because you can try to be whatever you want to try to be. You know, we live in a world where you can be anything you want to be. You can be, but to people who know better, you're going to reflect what's in you no matter what. Mm-hmm. So if you love, it don't matter how you appear, you're going to reflect love. If you hate, you're going to reflect hate, and so on and so forth. So, and it's just like a mirror. Like when you stand in front of a mirror, you expect to see your reflection. Well, when you in front of the world, expect people to see you. Those who have eyes, they can see. Like, everybody don't have eyes, but those who have eyes, they can see because they look at, like, the reason why it's not good to try to fool people who have a spiritual eye is because they look behind the matter. Meaning, they looking at why you striving. What is the energy behind what you striving for? Like the motive. People look beyond certain things. So it's best to just be solid inside so you can reflect that, right? As you move throughout life. Number 3, and this is important. This is where it starts getting good at, y'all. Number 3, being disrespected or mistreated is oftentimes a tempo we authorized. While God may not like it and your ancestors may feel some type way about it, your will allows it. This is not abuse. Abuse is different. Abuse is a whole different story. But being mistreated and disrespected, right? Not to the point of abuse, but to the point of where this is a tempo that you authorize. Why? Because when it started happening, you never checked it. You got comfortable with it, with being mistreated, with being disrespected. And now sometimes when we get in that energy, we looking to outsource for help. We want to outsource for help, but the source of the problem is within. Is because it's a tempo that we authorize. A person don't just start mistreating you out of nowhere. A person don't disrespect you out of nowhere. Even when a person attempts to disrespect you, it won't land unless you receive it. Like a person will look foolish trying to disrespect somebody who ain't paying them no mind. But when you allow somebody to be connected to you and they disrespecting you, it's because you authorizing it to happen to you. And God probably doesn't like it. And your ancestors, like I said, they might not, they probably feel a certain type of way about it. But there's nothing that can be done about it because your will is allowing it. So when you're being disrespected or mistreated in any situation, right, which I feel like a lot of us are not, but I'm just making a mention because it was here. If you're being disrespected and you're being mistreated, go back to the beginning of when it happened. The first time that you allowed it to happen and then you overlooked it, that's right where the problems start. That's where it's going to stop. All right. Number 4, charity is the core act of faith. Charity. Giving to the needy, trusting that God is standing behind you, his power extended big grace through small giving. It looks nothing like getting fat in a suit while others starve in the park. And I'm going to explain this down low. Because the end of it says, are they healing us or are they Frank Whiting us, right? Now, I don't know why, but 3 a.m., it ran across my mind and I was reading the book of Isaiah. And that out of nowhere, that popped in when Frank White was like, he had went away for some time in the old movie King of New York. When he came back, everybody had got rich at taking from others. So he was like, you guys got rich and while everybody starved in the park, right? So when you looking about organizations, people, leaders, and all of this, right? Check their charity. If charity is not present, it's not a core act of faith in the matter. So if you're a part of something that's not given to the needy, if you're not giving to the needy, right, then maybe, if you're a leader or you're a part of an organization or an institution and they don't consider the needy or the fatherless, I'm hearing, right? If they don't consider these two energies and all that they doing, then it might not be what you want to be a part of, because charity is the core act of faith. So when you see places where people, they inverting, everybody's getting fat, but nobody's being really saved or nobody's being reached, you gotta question it, because without charity, there's really no faith involved. That's given to the needy. And not only given to the needy, but trusting that whatever little bit you give, it's going to extend a big amount of grace. That's how you give to the needy. You don't give to the needy by setting up a food bank and getting cameras and posting it on social media that you feeding the homeless. That's not charity. That's promotion. Charity is like, you might, for instance, small acts of charity. I'm going to give you one. I remember when I was young, I used to be doing wrong at the corner. And there was a lady, she used to come through and give us cornbread and chili. Even though we was dead wrong, we was out there freezing our butts off, doing the wrong thing, trying to get a little money. And she noticed and she would come and she would give us cornbread and chili and a few words of encouragement, right? And we came to know her as a respectable person. Like when she come through, everything stopped. So it was great faith in her small act. She wasn't promoting it. She wasn't showing the world what she was trying to do to make herself look like something that she was not. She was just simply performing charity. And that's how you know when you're moving in a true act of faith. All right. Number 5. This is good. A person who is possessed or subjugated, only the Most High can free them, not you. Choose your battles wisely, right? If a person has some type of entity, attachment, form of possession, or demonic subjugation, there's nothing that you can do that can save them. The only thing that can save them is the Most High. So choose your battle wisely with them, because trying to save a person like that is going to create a battle in your life that you might not be ready for. When people subjugated, that's when they willfully do demonic things. That's the first you have possession. Possession is when a demon or a like entity, it takes a stronghold over a person. They develop dark, nasty habits, not washing, uncleanliness. This is a form of possession. Subjugation is deeper. Is when they willfully just go over to do these things. So people who suffer from subjugation, they will mock you. When you're trying to do something right or reach them, they will mock you, right? They will turn all of the energy that you send, they will turn it back on you, because that's why the Bible says, don't cast your pearls before swine, because in the end, it's going to cost you, right? So when people dealing with those issues, you got to pray for them, and you got to let the Most High contend with them, because you can't jump inside of that and do battle with that kind of energy. Like, you fighting, you trying to fight for a soul that willfully gave itself over. All right. Number 6, your ancestors may not always agree with your decisions. However, when you stand in dharmic energy, they will trust you and provide what you need from them to lead your bloodline down a more abundant and progressive path. This is about your ancestors. When you in dharmic energy means virtuous and moral, like morally upright. That creates dharmic energy, good fortune. When you stand in that energy, regardless of the how your ancestors feel about which way you take in your bloodline, they're going to trust you. And they're going to provide for you what you need, because you bring an abundance in. You know how when you're dealing with your ancestors, you got some of them, they don't want to change, right? They really stand against you making change, because some of them, they just who they are, right? For whatever reason, I don't know why. You got to ask God. But some of them, some ancestors, they carry heavy negative persuasion, right? And they'll lead you astray. You'll do something wrong, end up like them. But those same ancestors, right? When you stand in dharmic energy, in other words, you're in alignment with your high vibrational ancestors, right? When they don't agree with what you're doing, it's a certain amount of trust that comes from your ancestors, period. Because you leading your bloodline to abundance and freedom. If that makes sense to anybody. All right. And number 5, and number 7, this is it. Put your moral code over top your vices, and fear of God over respect for your ancestors, right? And this is just wise advice for the collective. Put your moral code over top of your vices, right? This way, you won't feel like you can't move forward because you got issues that you're dealing with. If your moral code is high, your vices won't bind you. It's when we maintain a low moral code, that's when we feel a certain type of way about the things we do. We feel like God rejects us because we have certain issues. Oh, it's funny.
Get the white one. Oh dang, I'm up close and personal, ain't I? Y'all in my I'm all in y'all grill.
We had to fix this. Okay. And that was the last one. All right. And like I said, put your moral code over top your vices. That way you won't feel a certain type of way about the things that you contend with. You won't move around in the world feeling like God is rejecting you, or that because you have certain issues, you can't. Just have a higher moral code. That way you won't. If your moral standards become higher, certain things you indulge in that you don't like, you will begin to outgrow them anyway. But you need a higher moral code, so overall, even when you go wrong, you're going to seek to affect people, right? Because a lot of us, what we do is we do our wrong, and then we let our wrong leave us and go infect other people in their lives and create all type of nasty karma. But when your moral code, when you got a little bit of substance in your moral code, it helps you carry your vices a little better, right? So put your morality and your moral code over top your vices, and your fear of God over respect for your ancestors. And this is just for somebody, because your ancestors, they not going to get you to the place where you necessarily want to be. In your purpose, they offer help, influence, misdirection, direction, All of those things come when you're dealing with ancestors. And it's good to respect them, but you want to put your fear in the most high. My advice to somebody, right? And I think somebody you already know that. All right, so those is the downloads.
Good stuff.
3 a.m.
Make me
stuff.
think about myself.
I'm told always us both.
Good stuff. Good day. I picked up the name Stacy, Naomi, Francis or Frank, Joey, Joseph, Katrina, Kirk, and Lance. There's something about the number 42, 37, 30, and 23. This could be your age or significant. The color turquoise came up. I don't know if turquoise is your favorite color. Your room could be decorated with turquoise. I don't know. Something about turquoise was flashing. We got something about a bearded dragon here. We got Rocky Mount, North Carolina, Tallahassee, Florida, and Reddings, California. You could be from one of these places or something like that. You could have family there. Something about remember the last time when it all just worked out. Okay, you could be worrying about something, but you know, remember the last time where it all just worked out for you in your favor because you were doing what was right. So why are you worried about things that you can't control is what I heard this morning. Okay, let's see. Hey y'all, let's get a message. Hey, what's the energy? I don't know, I feel like this is iffy. if I call it out, this is a little iffy.
Say, hang in there.
Okay? Yeah, 2 of Cups in the reverse here. Unhealthy attachments. Okay? You could be in the energy of feeling like you can rescue or take care of the world. Okay? You could be enabling people, allowing people to cling towards you, or maybe even seeking approval or codependency. Okay? I'm coming straight out with it. There's a relationship here that's imbalanced. This could be at work, home, with your significant other, whatever it is. I ain't here to say who it is, but I'm just telling you there's a unhealthy attachment here. We got the 9 of Swords in the reverse, so I feel like there's a chance for someone to wake up from the dark, okay? Something like that. You could have even gone through a period of negativity, some kind of depression, and you know, when we are in low vibrational energies, when we're in our lowest nature, then we attract low nature things. So, you know, maybe you attracted something in your lower nature that you haven't quite cut off, haven't quite got rid of. But I feel like enabling something, you know, we as a collective, we could be enabling, okay, right now. Maybe you're seeking approval in areas that, you know, you may not even realize, you know. We do that unconsciously, right? Something like that, okay? Clinging, you know, I feel like right now is very important for us to really to be in an energy of like willing to let go of anything. Like, you know, there's nothing that we should be clinging to because what's for us will always be there. It will always be available and it can't be taken away. Okay. So something like that. I don't know if maybe because you are going through this major ascension, because that's what I'm hearing. Somebody's like, Lala, I'm going through ascension again. Yes. Okay. You're constantly ascending, evolving, growing. Okay. This is a journey. It doesn't just stop. So I feel like throughout this journey, I don't know, you could be a Gemini in my energy with Mars here, okay, communication. You could be just needing to communicate that, look, I am no longer dealing with certain things, okay? I really feel this. I feel like things will take a turn for the better as you continue to communicate how you feel. Your boundary, definitely hearing boundaries, okay? But I don't know, something about your love and nature. I don't know if you take people in your home or, you know, people just think they can just throw their problems or whatever on you. But there's something here that's unequally yoked and it's the beginning of 2026. So I feel like we got time to fix this.
Yeah, it's the beginning.
Okay.
Right. Trying to work it out right now.
Okay.
Right. Especially if it's a 2 of Cups in reverse, like an unbalanced relationship. All right, so I'm gonna jump into this energy right here and get out of that. Like, when you start to walk, the way appear. Taking steps, beginning again, creating the life you truly want. Get moving. Like, what you doing? Somebody you really supposed to be working. Like, it's a path that's laid out for you. Now you gotta take steps towards it. And the energy on this is the tempo, sacred soul message. right? So the tempo being set is definitely encouraged to walk. It's a tennis shoe on here, right? Take a step.
Somebody could be a sneakerhead.
It's towards the life that you truly want. Maybe somebody you trapped in a situation that you really don't want, or a life that you really don't want. Maybe it's not suitable for you. The only way out of it is to take a beginning step. All right, it says hang in there, responsibility, right? And I really feel like somebody really feel like giving up. You know how your responsibilities overwhelm you. You feel like you could be feeling like you're being consumed and a lack of appreciation, but it's a responsibility. And I feel like Spirit is urging you to hang in there, right? For whatever it is. I feel like this is big on somebody for your children, right? Maybe you decided to live a certain way, and maybe you don't really see where it's helping. All this positive energy and all of this, and maybe you could be feeling a strong negative pull to go back to what you know, what feels familiar, what's comfortable for you, right? But I feel like if you hang in there and you endure this responsibility, because your responsibility that's given is to live a certain way, so that does create opportunity for those in your measure, your children, the people watching you. Somebody, you got a responsibility, and you gotta hang in there about it. And I don't really feel like this responsibility is something that's all for you. It has a lot to do with the people around you. So although it may not seem like it's working any good, even things might seem like they got harder since you've been more positive. How that work? I become more positive, things get a little harder, right? That's how it works itself out. Trust me, consistency in a positive way is going to yield a good outcome, if nothing else. But if you do something and then you stop halfway and you go back, right? Now you shaky all the way. Inconsistent energy. Hang in there. It's creating opportunities for you.
I wanted to go back to that first card, and I was like, to those first two cards, and I was like, clarity. Okay. So someone needs to just literally, I think I said this at the beginning of the week. Some of you guys are wondering what people's intentions are with you, but you haven't asked them. Intentions, truth, and honesty, Some of you guys need to go straight to a person and, what are your intentions with me, right? And, I feel like you'll get the truth, a stutter, a laugh, maybe somebody does have true intentions, but I feel like, if you feel like somebody's playing with you right now, because that's what I'm feeling like, and you go and ask their true intentions, you're going to be able to tell by their response, okay, is what I'm saying, right? You ever ask somebody, me, I have, like, what are your intentions? Are you intending on doing something like, no. I'm like, oh, this is a demon right here. Okay. So I feel like speak out. Communication with Mars. If you feel like somebody's playing with you right now, you should definitely ask them, okay? What are your intentions with me? Okay, we got the two because something's going on here. We got the Two of Swords in the reverse, and then we have the Four of Cups. So I feel like, I don't know, you could be disappointed at your own results right now or something like that. Maybe just not feeling motivated, feeling maybe dissatisfied with things. I don't understand why, maybe. I feel like things could be really better for you. Maybe, maybe they're better for you, but not as good as you expected them to be or something like that. I feel like in this kind of energy, we can miss opportunities, okay? I don't know if you're bored, if you're feeling bored or something like that, or unmotivated, or you just have this stale energy around you, you may want to, am I following through with my plans? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do, right? Am I filling up my time properly? Something like that. Because I just feel like, I don't know, somebody's bored, but somebody's not filling up their day how they should or something like that. You could be wasting a lot of time, and time is money. Time is currency, okay? Time is energy. It's limited. We got influences, attachments, third parties, and peers. I don't know. Spirit is like, tell them again, girl. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. What is influencing you right now? Okay, do you have positive influences around you? Is everything shake that wham, throw it in a circle, bam? Is everything turn up, do this, do that, right? Are you feeding yourself anything, you know, that's high vibrational, anything that's like giving yourself life? Because life is of the spirit. You know, our flesh loves all these things, you know, don't get it wrong, right? But it influences. If you are in a stale energy, you need to pay attention to what's influencing you right now. Period. Okay.
It says right here, the tempo, a sacred soul message. Maybe you search the branches for what is only in the roots. Go deeper. Look elsewhere. You need more. And then that's the tempo right there, right? You need more. Maybe somebody you want something out of something, and you only willing to go surface level, or you only study surface level, or you only change a little bit, or you know you won't really take a big step. The first card I had was a take a step, and then this right here is saying basically, in order for you to get what you after, you got to be willing to go deeper into what it is that you doing, perhaps a little more study. Look, and then this energy. Release, detach, and learn to listen. So how can you, I want to ask somebody something with this energy. How can you expect to change and reach your North Node and walk in your power and develop your gifts and all of these different things that you want? This is your heart's desire, but you won't release and detach away from the things that prohibit that. The things that tell you that you are forbidden. You won't release it or detach away from it. And then it says, learn to listen. Big on that. You got to listen to somebody and what they're saying to you. Maybe even us. Maybe the sound of our voice. Somebody at a beginning stage of something, you want a little bit more out of it. You want better results. But how committed to it are you? Are you going hard at it? Are you going deeper into it? Are you learning more about it? Release and detach. Are you stuck on people's opinion of you and that which you do, what you're doing right now? Does the opinion that people have about you, does it stop you? Does it block you? Does it shape your next move? Right? What you believe in yourself. Maybe you need to detach and release that. Like you believing that you limited. How much room would that give for the divine to work if you believe that you have all these limitations and that you can't do something? You'll never be able to do it if you don't believe it. The reality of it, not the deception of it, which is big, that's truth. Reality over deception is truth. Learn to listen. I feel like somebody in the energy of wanting to move forward, but don't trust nothing. Want to move forward, but can't really trust what people saying. Okay, if you in that situation, I got some advice for you. Spend a little more time with your spirit people. Pray a little more and meditate a little more. That's going to sharpen your discernment. So then you will know who to feel comfortable listening to. I understand some people suffer heartbreak. Then you get in this great big old broken place where God is trying to restore you, but you too afraid to hear what somebody got to say and learn more about life and reality. We rather hold on to the deceptions and not realizing the deceptions is what got us to the broken place. The things that were deceiving us, that's what got us where we ended up at. We don't want to end up there no more, right? So in order, we got to move away from the branches into the rooted thing. We got to get more. We need more. It says there, we need more. And we had to release and detach from those negative opinions of ourselves, if nothing else. I had to put myself through it so I can speak about it. I never believed that a lot of the stuff that I do is real. I didn't believe it was real. I knew it was real, but I didn't believe it because it was things I had to learn. I had to learn to listen. That's going to help you. Being stuck in a mode where you afraid, there's nothing wrong with listening. Develop a strong foundation so you're strong enough to listen without being swayed and dismayed this direction and that direction, right? That's why it says release and detach and learn to listen. Listen to your innermost self. What is your soul saying to you? Ground. And for God's sake, somebody stop being afraid of what people have to say. Somebody afraid of their own ancestors, afraid of your own spirit team, afraid of the voice of God.
Now this next energy right here, nobody might not want to claim it, but I'm going to talk about this because this is a real energy that I'm feeling right here. And somebody's going through this in real time. And your girl can really talk about it because it's an energy that I know is so familiar, okay? So, I don't know if you are a Sagittarius, you could just be a fire sign, or you could just be a fiery person, right? But we got the Temperance card out here. We got the Four of Swords in the reverse, and then I have Beginnings. You know, and what this reminds me of is a gypsy. Now, I don't know if you're a gypsy. You could be a person that moves around all the time. You could be a person that, you know, they like, dang, you just always gone, okay? Something like that. But also, what I'm saying here is, you know, there's a person that's so passionate about having the life that they desire that, you know, you exhaust yourself trying to start over and over and over and over when instead of just giving your all at whatever it is that you're doing, you rather just keep starting over and keep starting over and keep starting. It's stagnating you here, okay? Try again, new direction, start over. You know, some of you guys have to be patient. You know, you have to give things time to work. You really have to be gentle and patient with yourself, gentle and patient with others. You know, we can run around the world looking for a thing, right? Right? Or we can understand that the thing that we're looking for is within us, okay? Something like that, because I'm feeling like someone really exhausts themselves because, you know, we start over again. Oh, I'm going to just start over again. It's cool. I love the energy that you don't mind starting over again, but at some point, you're burned out, you're restless, your abilities are exhausted, okay? Something like that. You know, instead of always trying to start over, and this is something that I'm telling you I lived, instead of always trying to start over, work on what it is that you're working on and complete it. When the last time you actually finished a full task before you started something else? You know, I know the world loves the multitasking because they want you to be able to answer the phone, ring up the register, take the money, make the burger. They want you to do all these things at one time. But, you know, in real life, we have to learn that sometimes the multitasking can put us out of alignment, right? Sometimes you have to focus on exactly what the focus is set on. And I feel like for a person here, you know, your wisdom, like, you know, I don't know if you ran around for years, you know, and you gained wisdom. You know, maybe you're tired of living life like this. And now you are like, you know what, I do get it. It's really resonating because I do. You know, I start something, I don't finish, I pick up, I move, I start something else. I don't finish that, I pick up, I move, I start something else, right? So now I have all these uncompleted projects. It's time for someone to finish a project here. Okay. You know, ghosting, like, you know, just because it like you can't run away from your problems. Just because you move, you relocate, you can't ghost your problems, right? So I don't know. I just feel like that kind of energy, you know, maybe running away from things and exhausting yourself, and maybe you just need to focus on what's at hand right in front of you. Okay. Try again, new direction, and start over. Okay. I feel like for start over, this is really like, you know, sticking things through. Okay. Like, you know, when you try again this time, when you get that direction this time, like, you know, and you start over this time, make sure it's complete. You'll be proud of yourself.
Before I left off, I was speaking about fear and letting go of fear. And then the Sacred Soul message tempo. Forget safety. Live where you fear to live.
Hey.
Take a chance, dare to dream, risk payoff.
They do.
That does sound dangerous in a sense, but you gotta realize when you're trying to get something out of something, sometimes you got a dangerous area, right, or an unknown area, and you have to be willing to tread those waters as well. Like, truth be told, we speaking to soldiers on this network, and I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, um, when it's worth having it, you gotta be willing to work for it. You gotta be willing to go get it. And sometimes it may not be easy. It may not always look like you want it to look, but you gotta take that chance. Dare to dream and risk pay off. And imagine a life full of without any risk. How far do you get? How much do you really achieve? Somebody, you being urged to move into a direction. You got the sneaker out here telling you move forward. Then you got leave the branches and get to the root, which was the last pull. And now you got forget safety, live where you fear to live. You got to go there, right? Reassess skills and talents and gentle. And I feel like what Spirit is saying to somebody through my intuition, you have a lot. You have a lot of untapped potential. You have a lot of things that you may be doing, skills that you have. But the way you use them, it may not be it may not avail you much. The way you use your skills and talents. And I feel like gentleness is definitely needed. Like, for instance, if you're a seer, you don't want to let your emotions leak over into what you're doing. It can taint your work, right? Why? Because then you're not gentle with the way you deliver things to people, right? Your delivery, you want it to be gentle. Also, the way you view yourself, you want that to be gentle. Because a lot of people who have these type of skills and talents, you come into it by a way of being abused. Like, life beats you up, you go through hardships, you go through different things, and then bam, next thing you know, you ascend into a gift. Well, you got to be gentle with yourself when you're going through that situation because it get rough, especially going through that transformation. Think gentle of yourself, not so hard. Because somebody like, I can't get ahead because of the things I've done in my past. It's so untrue. It's not true. No matter what you did in the past, change your frequency, it puts you in a different alignment. Anything's possible. You're not condemned to a certain limit because of your past. So Spirit wants you to be more gentle in your thoughts towards yourself. Again, reassess your skills and talents. What do you have that you're not using? What are you using improperly? Really think about it. Instead of going and asking people, what is it that I should do? What are you good at? That's where I'm telling you, whatever you naturally good at, that's where you're spiritual. That's what you want to focus on developing spiritually. That's where your gift lies. And whatever you naturally good at, that's where you're going to have a gift in that area. I'm going to read the footnote. Gentleness is not weakness, but a powerful force. Treat the world with gentleness, and the world will be gentle in return. It is like a spring breeze that warms and comforts. Gentleness. Real easy. Be easy on people. The same way, think about it. I don't know what your belief system may be, but think about this. If I'm good to people, God's good to me. If I'm gentle with people, God's gentle with me. And if you can't resonate with that, if I'm gentle with the universe will be gentle with me. Even make it personal. Make it an affirmation. If I'm gentle with myself will be gentle with me. You know, you want to create that type of energy for yourself and know that your whole being is going to respond to you being gentle to yourself. You get a better quality of life. Your being is intact. Your mind. Go easy with your mind. That's the battleground.
Spirit just gave me alignment, okay? Make sure you are in alignment for whatever it is that you're claiming that you want. If you're a person and you're saying that you want to win the lottery, but you never play the lottery, do you really want to win the lottery, or do you just want to hear yourself talk? If you're a person that says you want money, but you never go to work, do you really want money, or do you want to just hear yourself talk? Right? So make sure you're in alignment with whatever it is that you're saying that you want, right? Do the things necessary to get the things that you want, right? There we go. I don't know. That's what I heard. Let's see. Let's see. Huh. Okay. The Two of Swords again. Okay. Why are you so indecisive lately? Like, you know, I feel like I don't know what's going on here, but I don't know if something's influencing you spiritually. I don't know if somebody's making you feel bad about something. I don't know. But I don't know why things seem unclear to you. You could be withholding, okay, information, knowledge, okay? You could be feeling like there's a lot of obstacles. But with the Two of Swords, if I be honest with you, if she was just to remove her blindfold, then she would probably be okay, right? With the Two of Swords here. This is where you have to take your own blindfold off, okay? And you have to look at the obstacles in front of you and how am I going to move them out my way or get around them, right? That kind of energy. This is what I'm seeing here. There could be someone avoiding some kind of decision or something like that. I don't know. There's a stalemate here. We got fertility, trust, in return, second chance, opportunity, and amends. I feel like there's a second chance for all of us. Okay, we've already gotten that second chance when we woke up, when we realized what was really going on. Okay, when we seen what the world was really made of, and so it could be time to make amends with yourself or other people. I don't know. We got trust in the reverse. You're not trusting yourself enough right now. Okay, maybe, you know, it's crazy because I read a book and it was speaking about I think it's the 4 agreements, I believe, but it was speaking about how making amends. You know, a dog will do something and forgive itself right away. A human will do something and constantly have guilt for years and years and can't get over it and can't get over it. And what happens is that guilt that we carry, we then project that energy on other people, and now we're uncomfortable. But we got a second chance here to make amends, to fix things, our attitude, the way we look at things. I don't know, something like that. Somebody's not seeing something clearly here.
Definitely. I got the same thing right here. Exactly what you just said. It says, and I'm a tempo, sacred soul message, right? I am not this hair. I am not this skin. I am not the soul. I am the soul that lives within. Beneath the surface, looks can be deceiving. It's something you're not seeing. And I can tell you what it is according to this energy. The energy says, chill out, step back, abundance. Somebody, you're not seeing the big picture, right? Somebody say abundance. I don't see no abundance. I don't see what I think and consider to be abundant.
That hot water, huh?
Yeah, God ways are higher than yours, right? Chill out, step back, abundance. Again, a call back to gratitude, right? First of all, you're more powerful than you think. That's what you don't see. Somebody, you're looking on the surface of your life, and maybe you're dealing with projections from other people. Maybe you've done some things that made people categorize you a certain way or classify you as a certain way, right? But I can tell you, the efforts that you're making in this new version of yourself, the new things that you're doing, the spiritual things that you're doing, the relationship with the Most High that you take so seriously now, this is forming you differently, but you don't see it because you underneath the projections, surface level projections. They always gonna be there. You can grow to be mighty in the spirit, and you're gonna have people that look at you and still be like, they ain't nobody. I remember when they used to do so-and-so. I remember when they used to be hootie-hoo, right? That's what people gonna do, no matter what.
Well,
So
most prophets aren't, you know.
you won't be accepted by
at
your
home.
own.
Come
As a,
on.
if you're in the energy of a prophet, any type of prophetess, prophet, then please understand the people that you know and grew up with, they gonna kick you out first. So just expect that. That way your feelings won't be hurt. Once you know you got something, God give you the blessing. You see it, don't nobody else see it. You speak it, don't nobody else feel it. But God confirm it with you. When you in that kind of energy, you can't force that on the people that know you. Because according to the energy of the Bible, they're going to be the first ones to reject you. It's given.
That's why you'll notice, like, whatever, if you're a content creator or anything like that, whatever platform you started with, like, you know, you might have your high school buddies and all that kind of stuff, right? You'll have way less interactions than the ones that you
support.
started, right, from scratch with strangers, because that's how it goes.
And it's not to look at it in a negative light.
Not at all.
Just understand it for a word that was offered, right? The Bible have wonderful offerings of parables and phrases and wisdom and energy, right? And that's one of them, right? To know that you won't be accepted by the people that you love the most when you move in this energy, that's a given. That way you don't gotta dislike them. You love them. Even though they don't accept what you're saying, you love them and let that be the happy medium. You don't want to make war with them because they don't accept you for what you're saying. It's your responsibility. You giving the vision, right? Somebody not seeing this. And it says, chill out, step back, and see abundance. You looking the wrong way. You know, it's like this. I feel like God put it over here for somebody, but you looking over there. But God put it right here. It's right here in your life, over here, but your vision is over there. Because your vision is what you see people doing, content creators making money, social media booming, the new song that's out, the new jacket, the new leather, the new bag, the new car, the new sneak. You see all of that, and minus all of that in your life, you don't see God moving, but God put it right here in your health, your awareness, your ability to facilitate. Those are the things that the enemy wants you to waste, because if you don't use them, you're just going to be forever looking at the people that use their energy to get what they need, that manifested the life that they want. You're going to be watching them because you won't see the abundance that God put right here before your face for somebody. So we got to learn how to chill out, step back, detach from the outcome. Real big on the detach from the outcome.
All right, with these two cars over here, I heard Star Pitchy. I've been turning up for a long time. Turning up for a long time. Somebody been turning up for a long time, okay? And I feel like, you know, someone has become successful. You know, someone has worked really hard. And I'm hearing somebody like, God knows my heart. And God does. But we can't keep using that, right? Over and over again is what I'm hearing. I don't know. Somebody's like, I don't know. Somebody's just turning up real heavy, real hard, maybe. I don't know. Excessive is what I'm hearing. I don't know if you find yourself like spending too much money in places you may need to simmer down a little bit. It's nothing wrong with enjoying yourself, but I don't know. Someone could be doing something out of you know, excessively. Maybe this is not even your normal. You could be a Cancer, Leo. Okay? Maybe this is not even your normal. You know how sometimes we go through things and we try to replace something with something else. So I don't know. This could be that. Somebody could be just trying to dance their pain away. I don't know.
Dance my pain
okay.
away. I got problems.
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't even feel like it's pain though, because you know this is success. The Six of Wands is successful, but the Three of Cups in the reverse, it could just be a little excessive. You know, like I don't know if you get a promotion and you party for the whole month. You know, that could be a little bit excessive. So if you know, been finding yourself just doing things a little bit excessively, I would just pay attention to that. Devil's in the reverse here. Okay, you're being removed from bondage. I feel like, you know, your mind is more open. You're more free. Okay, something about that. So maybe you are, you know, just feeling a little bit more free. Maybe that's what that energy was. Maybe I just read it wrong. Maybe you haven't really been overly turning up. Maybe you just like, I don't know, you're so free, the energy's just bursting out. I don't know. I feel like you feel very free right now. Number 15 could be significant. You could be a Capricorn. Something about material. You could have been a person that, like, material ruled you at one point. And I feel like, somebody's learned that, like, that stuff don't mean anything to me. Something like that. We got the Six of Pentacles coming out in the reverse. There could be too much focus on getting something back. Okay? There could be too much focus on, what didn't work out, what wasn't equal or fair, instead of looking at what's happening right now. Because right now I feel good energy around us, surrounding us. Hard work. You could be working very hard. I'm definitely picking that up as well. If you've been, we had the Four of Swords on here earlier. You could be needing some rest, okay? If you've been working very hard, burning yourself out, or partying, or whatever you've been doing here in this energy. I feel like someone could need some rest here. We got Taurus moon.
What's that song when you were saying material? Where, girl, somebody like material? I think that song came to my mind. Still live in a material world.
Material girl or something like that.
Madonna.
Madonna?
Yeah.
Or is it Michael Jackson?
I think that's Madonna.
Oh, I don't know. It's one of them.
All right, here we go. Tempo. Anything you lose, sacred soul message. Tempo. Okay. Anything you lose comes around in another form. Opportunity, choices, and transformation. And I'm here to attest to that, right? So whatever you lost, don't fret about it. Because that's what we get caught up on. Especially when we think we lost a step or two. Even if you lost a step or two, God will give it back to you, right? It's all about changing your frequency. Because sometimes we do get so stuck on what we lost and we don't realize your biggest loss could amount to your greatest gain if you learn how to change your perception of life. Change the perception of things, right? It says anything we lose, it comes around in another form. And it does, because it's energy. Opportunity, choices, and most of all, transformation. So what that's telling me right here for me to reveal to somebody is, although you may feel like you might have missed the bus, although you may feel like, you didn't get on a mission that you're supposed to got on, and it comes around in another form. You just got to be present. Is it still in your will to do better, even though you missed the mark? Do you still have it in your will to do better? Because if you do, you're going to draw the opportunity right back to you again. It's going to be that same cycle until we depart from here. That's why it's always room to get better. Yeah. It's always room to get better. Because the minute you change that frequency, you start bringing in new things. Energy, making a difference, expanding your spirit is bringing you balance. And I like that. That's true, right? And it's making a difference. And I feel like with somebody, expanding your spirit is making a difference. It's giving you a new narrative in life. The way you expand in your spirit has rewritten the narrative about your life, right? I really feel like somebody's life could be prophecy being fulfilled. But in order for that prophecy to be fulfilled, God had to rewrite some narratives that you allowed your life, some directions you allowed your life to go in. It was a narrative written about you, right? Maybe people wrote it on their hearts and minds, deemed you as unsuccessful, a failure, right? Even another way around, you could have just been deemed a person who think you better than everybody else, hop on your high horse. Whatever the narrative was about you, right? God is getting his just due, because you expanding your spirit, it makes a difference. Now it's different. Now your energy is different. Yeah, people can't stomach it. It doesn't matter. Like, one thing I can tell you, the quicker you start worrying about people for real, right? That's an elevation within itself. Because that energy that you spend worried about what people think and all of that, once you let all of that go, it's like a level up. And like I said, whatever you're doing to expand your spirit is bringing you a balance. And for somebody, that's one of the things that should matter the most. Because imagine running around in life, like a lot of us, unbalanced, nobody there to, that, the people that's there, they probably don't even know what to do to even help you obtain balance. Some of us, the way we ran around. So you expanded your spirit, it brings balance. So again, when you move in this kind of energy and you making this difference, always leave room and a pocket of understanding for your naysayers. So you don't get caught off guard when people stand against you. Just know, once you make a difference and you expand your spirit, make room for the understanding that you have naysayers so that when they show up, you're not offended. When people close to you, their mask come off, if you make room for that understanding, you can move with it. Why? Because this is what you caused to happen. You expanded your spirit. It's making a difference. Good, bad, and everything else in between. You'd be amazed at how many people gamble and had stock and maybe even your demise. People had stock and you stand the same. People spoke words about you, trying to confine you and condemn you to whatever energy you was showing up in, But now, hey, you expanded. So people got to be mad. I'm going to tell you, like, I tell them, you tell them too. They arms too short to box with God. When God make a decision in your life, can't nobody fight with it. God made that decision. God decided that, yeah, you would be the one to make a difference. You would have balance. You would expand your spirit. So people don't like it because they had stock and bets and energy surrounded around you, maybe failing. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
Arms too short to box with God.
Be happy. Love you guys. That was the message. Hey, keep your spirit protected. Hey, but that was the message. We love you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining us another morning, okay? Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up notification so that you're notified when we go live again. Thank you guys for all your comments, your love, your support, showing up. Hey. It's a whole lot of energy in here. Hey. Hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed, and abundant day. Hey, Beams. What's up, Empress? Hey, Water Baron. Hey, everyone. Hey, Tate. Hey, Tate Twist. Hey, good morning. Much love. Hey, good morning. Hey, Jess. Hey, y'all. What's up? Good morning, Aubrey. I see y'all. Hey. Good morning. Hey. Hey, Tanya. Hey. Good morning. And thank you for joining. Thanks, Jess. Have a beautiful day. Hey. It's a good day. Hey. It's a good day. We love you guys so much. We're elemental beings.
you guys next time. Shonda say good people for the pain and misery. And this life is not that hard. We be pulling all these cards while we healing all these scars.